Chill. Hey, yo, y'all hear that? So you mean to tell me y'all don't hear that? Well, riddle me this then. Listen up, I got a story to tell. Mr. If you know, type shh. Back with another banger once again, going hard with no excuses. No white flags. No peace talk. No truces. So with that being said, y'all just relax. Lay back in the Maybach. Put your mental on cruise control, and as always, watch me unload this. You on the dig? So let's get right into the story. But ho, if you watching this video and you rock with your man 50 grand, I need you to hit them like buttons. Leave me a comment. Share the video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And one more thing. Y'all don't forget to hype your mans and them up. Now let's get it popping. Now let's get into the story. But before I get into the story, man, to all my subscribers, y'all have to part my soul. You heard? Because these last couple of days, I've been under the weather. I've been down bad. So y'all put y'all boy and y'all prayers. I'm good though. I got a little congestion in my chest. But again, I'm here for y'all. Without y'all, there'll be no me. So now let's get into the story. I'm down there at Smith State Prison, and man, I'm in the dorm with my man, Big Cat. And before I tell the story, out of respect, I always gotta big him up, cause I know he up top, man, resting his head, man. So again, man, may Big Cat rest in peace. So we're in the dormitory, right? And we probably been in the dorm for about like 8 months. They just had let us off lockdown. So when we get off lockdown, you know, dudes, we happy to be out. And a lot of dudes done lost their phone. And, you know, dude trying to go back. What I mean by go back, dude trying to, you know, make a play. And Cap, he was most definitely trying to make a play. He had a phone. He had like 3 phones. But the 2 touchscreen phones that he had, they knocked him off during shakedown. And guess who knocked him off? Debo. I can't stand that motherfucker. But anyway, Cap had a backup flip phone. So, you know, bro networking, hollering who he hollering. I might pull up on him like, yo, bro, what's up? What's going on? He's like, man, bro, you know, I'm trying to make a shake. And that was the vibe, like I said, when they let us off lockdown. So when they let off lockdown, they had a dude named Bankhead Shorty and Seaport. One's from Savannah, Georgia, and the other was from, like I just said, Bankhead. They was roommates over there in the hole. They've been over there for about like 4 months. So the 4 months that it was roommates, Bankhead Shorty was basically giving Seaport the game and letting them know what to do, the do's, the don'ts of visitation. Basically when you go up there and try to bust a play. So as time proceeds, they let both of them out. They let Seaport out. They put him in the dorm next to me and Cap and Bankhead. Because like I said, when Bankhead got out, they put him in the dorm with us. So, you know, little Bankhead, man, he was a wild young dude, man. Bankhead probably at the time, he might have been about maybe 19. Wild, young, and he don't know the rules of chain gang. So he coming there loud, yeah, Bankhead showed it, da-da. Like he letting everybody know he's out the hole. And that was just him, man. Like, you are who you are in this world, you feel what I'm saying? But in prison, you have to adapt and adjust. So when he came in, you know, Cap was standing in his door, and he used to always keep it real, which I used to always wear his hats like T.I. Like, same way I see T.I. in the video with his hat turned to the right or left. That's how Cap used to have his hood. He might have it turned to the right, down type shit, might have it turned to the left, you feel me? So, Big Cap was standing in front of his cell with his pajama suit on, bedroom shoes, and his damn skull cap, leaning, you dig? So, when he came in, Cap just like, man, it's like, he just wasn't, I ain't gonna say he wasn't feeling him, he just didn't feel an induction. So when he realized who he was like, hey man, hey, come here. So immediately he go to Chess Town and be like, look, bro, we just got off lockdown. We ain't trying to go back on lockdown for no shenanigans, no bullshit. He said, man, you need to pipe that down. He said, matter of fact, what room they putting you in? He told him upstairs. He was like, nah, I tell you what, you gonna move next door to me. So it was an open room. He like, go on there. So the dude, he went directly in the room, put his property up, and he came back over there with me and Cap and started chopping up. So we told him who I was or whatever. He was like, yo, this go hard, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. He was like, man, when next thing go to visitation? He like, man, bro, I believe they took out my people on my visitation list, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I did try to bust a play and, you know, I got caught. That's why he was over there. He said, but this dude named Seaport, as soon as he said Seaport, Cap started frowning up. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, Atlanta wasn't rocking with Southern states, and Southern states wasn't rocking with Atlanta. And it's sad because, you know, that's what we call divide and conquer. If you know, you know. You got to be more conscious and self-aware of your people, man. We all got the same skin, man. You dig? But anyway, Cap, he was frowning up immediately when he said Seaport. He's like, nah, he ain't like the mother Cap from Atlanta. So Cap like, man, bro, look, you can't shroud the fence, man. Either you gonna be on this side or that side. He said, you from Atlanta, right? He's like, yeah, sure, I'm from Atlanta. He said, well, act like it. So I had to tell Cap, I said, hey, bro, let me holler at you. He like, man, bro, this A-Town business. I said, yeah, bro, I understand. I respect that. I said, but bro, you a businessman, bro. I said, you get money, right? I said, bro, you can't look at it like that. You know what I mean? Like, Cat was my nigga, bro. Like, so I used to always pull his coat because, like, he was ATL for real, for real. But I had to tell him, I'm like, man, bro, like, you got to look at it like this. If you trying to bust a play and cats from the southern state got the keys to the city, what you not going to bust a play because they from here? So he was kind of like, listening to me. He like, man, bro, I really don't rock with them cats, man. I said, man, bro, look, man, everybody from the southern states not like that, bro. I promise you. So I said, well, Bankhead, Lil Bank, what you talking about? He like, man, bro, I was in the hole, man. I basically gave him the game as far as what to do and what not to do, the ins, the outs of visitation when you go on the dance floor. So I said, what you mean? Because like I said, I'm really testing this knowledge. Like you saying one thing, I want to make sure your handshake match your smile. So he basically went to telling me. So I'm listening. I'm like, okay. So I said, do we got a phone? He like, nah, Briggs got the hole. I said, what dorm he went to? So he told me. I said, hold up. So I run in my room, go to my little emergency spot, grab my flip phone, because they had knocked my head off too, you know what I mean? I lost my 2 phones, my touch screens. Cap lost all his phones, you know what I mean? But he had a little flip phone, like, you can only imagine. A flip phone is the lowest grade phone you can get in prison. Just imagine the phone broke in half, your flip phone. So Cap had a little phone, but it did have a screen, it did have the bottom part, you feel me? And it used to always mess up. So I run my room, get my flip phone, come back. I said, yo, call him. I said, now, matter of fact, I said, you said he ain't got no phone, right? I said, let me call somebody over there. So I called one of my associates, and I asked him. I said, yo, you know a dude named Seaport? He like, nah. I said, they just moved him in there. He said, hold on right quick. So we put the phone in his pocket, and he went to big floor. And he went to holler at a couple of dudes that he cool with. And couldn't find out, like, man, I don't know the dude, but some young cat just came here downstairs. I said, yo, go get him right quick. So he got him, brought him to the room, and like, yo, somebody wanna holler at you. So Seaport got him from, like, yo, what up, Dirty? What up, cousin? So I passed the phone to Bankhead. So I just want to see their vibe and their connection. So they go to talking. So Bankhead Shorty was like, hey, look, man. Remember everything I was telling you, da-da-da? He said, I'm going to try to make something shake. He's like, man, bro, I ain't got a problem with that. What's up? So they went to formulating the plan. You feel me? And once they put the plan together, you know what I mean? You know, Cap was financially stable. So basically he was financing everything that needed to be bought. So it was a little small play, maybe a cutie pie type shit. You feel me? But they put it in motion ASAP. So now, once they put it in motion, I think it was like a Saturday. So we had to wait all the way to, and y'all, pardon me for the little cough. I'm just getting over a cold, so that's why y'all ain't see me in a minute, and my energy kind of low. But y'all, as always, y'all bear with me. But anyway, the plan it go to basically getting unfolded as far as progress. Seaport, his people got the cutie pie. They'd have ballooned it up, whatever the case may have you, and they gonna make it shake the weekend. So Cat was like, "Man, bro, you think it's a good idea?" And I'm like, "Man, bro, for one, I said ain't nothing but a cutie pie." I said, for two, I said, "Man, I don't think," I said, just by hearing him over the phone talking to Bankhead, I said, "Bro, homie ain't on sucker shit." He said, "Man, because if we try something," he said, "I'm gonna get at him." I said, "Man, bro, you good." So about 2 days passed. This is probably about like Tuesday or Wednesday. I go over there. You know what I mean? So when I go over there, cool officer, he let me direct in the dorm. I go directly to Seaport room because he was roommates with somebody I'm cool with. I said, "Yo, what up, cousin? What up? What's good with it?" So, you know what I mean? I told him how it was. I said, "I'm the person that when you first got over there, you know what I mean, somebody bring you the phone and hollered at Becky Shaw." I said, "That was me." You know what I mean? He said, "Oh, what's up, bro?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Your people told me who you was." I'm like, "Hey, man, check this out, man." I said, "Look, I know you're from Savannah." And I said, "I know you rocking with your city." I said, "Bruh, but we need to make sure this go directly. This go smooth. Everything be smooth selling." He like, "Yeah, we can do that." Man, he said, "Man, bro, I ain't know no slime dirty shit, man." I was like, "Okay, cool, man. I just wanted to, know what I mean, meet you in the physical." So I extended my hand. We shook hands. So I small talked with him a little bit more. I was just really, trying to get a feel of him. Because you can talk to a person over the phone, that don't mean you know a person. And just because I shook his hand and we had a little small meet and greet, I still don't know him. So I said, "Okay, boom, man." I said, "Look, if everything goes smoothly, you feel me, we're going to do some more business with you, but on another level." He's like, "Okay, cool. Everything good, dirty." So like I said, we dapped it up and I bounced. I get back to the dorm. I go holler at Cat and told him, I say, "Hey, look, bro, I just went over there and hollered a little homie." I said, "It's like he got his head on straight, you feel me? He ain't on the tomfoolery. So, we're going to see what's what." Again, it's Tuesday. So, from Tuesday to Saturday, you know what I mean, that's a long time. Anything happen from now to then. So, fast forward, days pass. Guess what took place? It popped off in the chow hall because of, again, those words. Dudes from, it was like 3 dudes from Atlanta sitting at the table. It was some past beef from Alto. And dude from Savannah called somebody from Atlanta ATL hoe, and a dude from Atlanta called him a country nigga, and it popped off. Boom, 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 boom. Like 5 or 6 dudes got locked up. So when they got locked up, they locked the camp down. So I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. Even though I didn't have no money involved, I'm playing chess as far as the next move. So when they locked us down, we stayed locked down about 3 days. And on a Saturday, you know what I mean, we thought we was about to come out. But the officer was like, well, it was Debo. Debo was like, "Nah, I don't think y'all ready to come out, man. We're going to keep y'all locked down for a little bit longer." So we stayed locked down a little bit longer. But not getting ahead of myself in the story, that Sunday came because really we was about to call off the move because we locked in the cell. Even though they got to go to visitation, the Buster Play, but Seaport got to go to visitation to Buster Play, you know what I mean? You really want to be able to get to him when you get back, handle his business, and get your merchandise. So, Saturday, we called over there. And he was like, man, everything is scheduled. Like, the ball already rolling. It's really too, like, you can't call it off. Like, his people already got the cutie pie. It's all or nothing. But we didn't pop it off that Saturday when we wanted to. We had to pause it because we was really uncertain, unsure as far as making the play. So Sunday come. We still locked down. We watching NFL Sunday football locked down through the window. Everybody beating on the door, cheering for their team, the case may have you. You feel me? And we really looking for hopefully Seaport come out his dorm, you dig, and go to visitation. It ain't like you gonna miss him. You know what I mean? He got to either walk this way or that way to get the visitation room. So we at the window looking, and they called his name. Like you can hear when they call people's name on the intercom because it's kind of loud. So Seaport, he go up there to visitation. You know what I mean? Couple hours pass. You know, dudes, I had hit Cap up. He like, man, bro, I'm telling you, man, he better do right. But y'all gotta understand something. It just popped off between Atlanta and some cats from Savannah in the child hall. So ain't no telling how it's gonna go down, you know what I mean, as far as business. Because I'm quite sure once it popped off, you know what I mean, it might sound crazy, but all bets off. It really depends on Seaport character, you feel me, or did a big homie get in his ear. But Seaport, he went to visitation, you know what I mean, stay up there until visitation was over, if I'm not mistaken, by like 3 o'clock. But you ain't gonna get back to your dormitory till about 4, because they gotta take you to the script room, pat you down, shake you down, whatever the case may have you. So we go to, Cap had hit me up like, man, shorty, man, I believe, man, dude done went. I said, man, bro, be patient, man. I said, man, it ain't even 4 o'clock yet. I said, like 3 something. So we see Seaport coming down the walk. And you had movement on the walk, but you didn't have a lot. It was probably like 10 to 15, maybe 20 dudes coming for visitation. So Seaport, he came to the vent and basically hollered for ATL shorty like, hey bro, I'm gonna holler at you when we get off lockdown. So, until part 2 of this story, y'all stay tuned. And the only reason I gotta end this story right here, y'all, because like I said, I'm just getting over a cold. I'm trying to not get too excited to tell the stories, you feel me? Because I won't be coughing all in the video, you dig me? So y'all stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to try to drop it today. If I don't drop it today, I will drop it tomorrow. And again, I appreciate everybody for tuning into my channel, liking the video, sharing the video, and all the other good stuff. And don't forget to hype your mans up. So until part 2, man, y'all know the do, man. Salute.